hard, whether it's watching film or out there in the field or wherever else. And I'm going to continue to do that. And we're going to work through this and we're going to do it as a team.
Is it fair to say that the base offense of this system is too tight a consistent?
I wouldn't say that. I don't think you should try to put a limit on this offense and from a personnel standpoint.
Brady, does this offense, aside from the red zone, does this offense have the components to stretch the field and be aggressive? Does that build into the offense? Are the players there?
Without a doubt. But again, I think you have to understand the best way to open up things downfield is to have a running game to get more production there. So I think that's something that, again, we're working on, we're trying to get better at. So when you do have those play action fakes, they're more meaningful and you pull guys up.
So why do you think the running game isn't any better than it is? Because really until the fourth quarter, it was Sunday was close enough game to continue running the ball. So what's the problem?
I can't point out particulars for you. I think we just need to get better as a whole, whether it's my job IDs or whatever else it may be. We just need to do a better job as a whole to help opening up things and help putting us in better situations.
Do you find yourself spending some extra, Josh Cribbs trying to make that adjustment to wide receiver? Do you find yourself, spending extra time, especially with him on routes, patterns, where to find football, those type of things, outside of the normal, practice?
Yeah, we try to get together outside of practice, or even in different periods when the defense is doing something, the offense is doing. We try to find times to work on some of these routes, but that's the case with all of our wide receivers as well. It's not just Josh. We're always trying to work on a little extra thing here and there to again continue to build that relationship.
Brady, guys in the gym, guys in there a little bit more common
I can't speak for them, but I think from what I see, they do a great job in practice. They've got a great job of opportunities they've had to get in the game. So I have complete confidence in them.
Brady, you guys from time to time have used a little bit of no huddle 2-minute with offense. Do you think maybe a steadier diet of that could kind of help jumpstart the offense a little bit, kind of get you guys going and take it from there?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, that's something that I feel is a strength. Running offense football, to jump in and out of those sorts of situations. That again helps your offense. It allows you to be keep your defense on their toes. It stops them at times from substituting in personnel. So those are things again that all have in this offense, and I feel extremely confident in everything we have installed and executing.
When you're going to Baltimore, Brady, they have a top-ranked, top 5 defense year in and year out, and they're playing at home. And Coach just talked about what an emotional component that Ray Lewis still provides. All that. Now you're going into that kind of a situation, maybe for the first time road game against a dominant defense. How does that, shape your sensibilities as a quarterback?
It's exciting. Anytime you go against a tough opponent like this, you're against future Hall of Famers like Ray Lewis or Ed Reed, people like that. You get excited about that opportunity. It's obviously a very tough task for us. But something that we're going to work as hard as we can to prepare for these confidence we can going into the game.
Who do you turn to? Who do you trust to tell you how you're playing? When things aren't going well, you say, "Hey, be candid with me. What am I doing wrong?"
I don't know. There's probably a number of people. Aside from our coaches.
Yeah.
I still talk to Coach Weiss pretty often, and he's busy with things, but every once in a while he's able to check out the game. He'll give me some advice. My mom's usually pretty strong indication of that as well. She doesn't know football that well, but she knows the difference between winning and losing. She'll always let me know that. And my dad, my uncle, my core group of friends, they're always pretty blunt and pretty honest.
Have they been tough on you the last 2 weeks?
Oh yeah, they'll always be tough about things. But that's just them. You have to understand that the people that are closest to you, want the best for you, and they're going to try to push you just like anyone else has in your life.
With lack of success in Carson back, do you ever look around the division and say, we got some awesome quarterbacks in this division, where do I fit in with those guys?
Not necessarily. That's not really my main concern. I think the main concern is really winning and trying to do your best you can every week to win. You take care of that, I think you get placed in whatever order you want at the end of the season.
Would you feel more pressure, I guess, as you say these guys are going to always be good, and I'm going to have to play well 6 times a year to even compete?
You've always got to play well, though. It's not like you're going to say that going into 6 out of 6 to 16 games. you've always got to play well, you've always got to be up to the challenge no matter who you're playing.
It would seem there would be a temptation to press so you can get a foothold in this opportunity that you have for the first time. Is there a sense of pressing in the right way?
No, I think if there's a sense of pressing, it'd be more just you want to put points on the board. And we want to do better on third down, do better on red zone. Those are all things that are going to come as we continue to mesh and develop as an offense.
This is their first start against the division. Observed them for 2 years. From the sidelines, if you learn anything about this Ravens team that you don't learn on film study.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, there's an emotional element that comes into when those guys play at home. They're tough to beat at home. It's not only loud, but those leaders like Ray and Ed, they're very extremely vocal, and they get those guys fired up. And if you can, you want to try to get ahead. You don't want to try to put yourself in a hole, because that's a tough place to come back from. I think, aside from that, they do a great job of game planning specific offenses and just making plays when there's an opportunity to make a play. I mean, Ray's play last week in San Diego was a pure example of that.
Did you lose any sharpness, Brady, in those 2 years when you weren't playing?
I don't think so. I think, again, sometimes it's hard to get completely meshed in with things when you first kind of get into it. I mean, when you don't have years of playing with the same wide receiver like a Peyton Manning, et cetera, they're able to kind of have that non-verbal communication down a little bit easier than when you're kind of in there playing and you're coming to your third game with a wide receiver, et cetera.
First words out of your mom's mouth, what about those 4 sacks?
No. She always knows I'm going to be okay. She's just more upset about, the overall outcome. So.
All right, thanks, guys.